So, WoW had decided to have an interview with Ion Hazikostas, which is Watcher Dev, which is again the big boss of actually World of Warcraft, the game director. And there is simply no PvP question asked. And multiple PvEers announced that they had a interview which again with important people from World of Warcraft, like the developers, but it's all about PvE. So I'm a bit annoyed again. In 1 week time, 10.1.5 will come up. There is nothing discussed about PvP, nothing announced for 10.1.7. No PvP interviews since pretty much the start of the expansion. I do not know what to expect anymore. I feel like expecting something is already too much. I think having the augmentation evoker a new spec without any PvP related discussion about that spec, because it is a support spec which enhances the capacities of the DPSs and healers that are playing with him. There is no PvP with the blues. There is no like blue post about PvP, the state of PvP, and dare I say the small update that we get from 10.1.5, which is the extra box or the extra contents of the box for healers that gives like 30 conquest, is a big slap on the face. And it doesn't matter how they actually are talking about like how PvE is good, or pet battles, or dragon riding in Kalimdor race. All those things are just like literally just wind for me. It's disgusting how little attention we get for PvP, and it's telling how bad we had right now. I'm playing a lot more healers these days, but it's very frustrating, man. I'm turning to something that actually was in League of Legends, someone that is actually quite toxic. I'm not really like typing a lot, but I know that I'm like cussing a lot. Like just voice, just I'm talking to myself, cussing like crap, or what the hell, why is this DPS not doing anything? And like very frustrating, because I know that the queues are super fast for healers, but I'm not like super enjoying healing too, because again, I'm a DPS main, but I can kind of enjoy sometimes healing. But those times where like the DPSers are like, again, not doing their job with interrupting, or you feel like DPM Hunter, for example, doesn't trap like once in the whole match, and then of course the Hunter is made to be 0-6, but of course our affliction warlock had to AFK that one round with you versus that BM Hunter and gives him like a free win, which results to a 2 victory, 4 defeats for me, the healer. So it's very frustrating. And yes, the other way can also happen, but it's equally as frustrating if it happens like for me than against me. I feel like there is no real incentive. There's no mention about conquest boxes. Then I would maybe understand why you would try to grind healing, so you can actually send those boxes to DPSers. But still, that's not the thing that we want. We want actually healers to stay healing. And yes, it's a bit hypocritical from me, because again, I'm not really enjoying healing, and I do heal sometimes, again, for content purposes. And even then, like, I'm despising it. And once the Blizzard finds the solution, I'm gone. I'm not healing anymore, right? So that's, it's again, I think there is no real solution. I think the real solution that I already gave it multiple times, it is again a 1v1 queue, a bracket, and something I actually like always was against, but now I am not against anymore. It's a 2v2 solo shuffle DPS queue. I do not care. I just want to play, man. I would just want to have fun. And I think also, just in general, I think the game, again, it's a hot take, I think the game was better when DPSers had a lot of like self heals and like defensive like options, so that healers can actually participate with damage and they can actually do something else than just like perma heal. The game was also a bit better whenever the dampening was not like that active in the start of the match with this current meta. Yes, I can understand that in BFA, whatever dampening was something that can like kick until like 70% in trees. I know that that meta was very dampening and very slow, but we are in a fast meta where anything can kill, like die in one burst. A sub rogue can basically kill you or your teammate if you're not reacting like in the 2 seconds that is coming into a sheep shot. So you have to realize that the problems are like very big, and it's not only the healer participation, but I think the overall feeling of the game is that it's too healer dependent. You cannot like have something great with Soul Shuffle when healers are so dependable. Like you have to have healers in the game, and people are not willing to heal. That's just something that's age old. The participation for healers were always like one of the lowest specs, like participation wise, popularity wise. So that's nothing surprising. I think in Soul Shuffle it's even more glaring, where you are like waiting 30 minutes for a queue, and sometimes a bit less and sometimes a bit more. And it is frustrating for the DPS, it's frustrating for the healers because the MMR is like really bad, and you cannot buff MMR too much because then you have no healers at the lower MMR, so it will be even longer the queues for the lower DPS, like the lower MMR DPSs, for example. I think they have to change a lot of things. But the first thing they can change, and that's not like game related, it's pure communication, man. I do not care. You know that Lost Ark video where they are actually apologizing on stream about their game and their decisions and their mistakes? I would like that for PvP, man. I do not care. I just want to apologize, or actions, or promises, or like, look, those are our plans. What do you think about it? Do you participate with us to think about the future for PvP? Please do give us like an option to participate in that conversation, because I feel like, again, nobody at Blizzard actually plays PvP and nobody really cares about PvP. That's how I feel currently with this current like landscape of interviews for PvE, talking about like, oh my god, the augmentation evoker is so cool, but there is nothing talking about PvP and how they affect PvP. Or, oh my god, we have a rogue rework coming up, but it's not going to be for 10.1.5, it's going to be for probably 10.1.7. That's all good. That's cool. All gameplay related, and it's going to be very fun to play something reworked. But fix the systems, fix your game. Gameplay is not everything for MMORPG. That's why Vanilla is working very well. They are not focusing about gameplay, and they're focusing about like the enjoyment of the MMO experience. And it's not perfect, again, but like currently with retail, I feel like gameplay is too much like at the forefront, where you have to be like super skillful to actually like be participating in PvP. But you cannot even participate in PvP like on a casual level. Like BGs are like 15 minutes queue, social is 30 minutes queue for DPSers, healers are not rewarded whenever they are queuing anyways, so they are not queuing anyways. So again, I feel like there is multiple things that they have to work on, and what I think would be the priority would be actually communicating with us. But anyways, thank you for watching this video. Again, you probably didn't learn too much, except that we do not have a PvP interview and nobody announced anything about PvP. So I hope after the AWC is finished, they actually are going to talk about PvP, which is normally after this weekend as the last weekend for AWC, and then is the Gauntlet, which is probably 1 month. Please communicate with us. I do not care if it's like talking about P or whatever things you want to talk. Please talk with us. That's the only thing I want from Blizzard. But something consistent, something about the future, something about look forward to changes that we are going to apply at this date. But anyways, thank you for watching. Have a great day. Be sure to stay safe. We will catch you very soon in the next video. Have a good day. Bye.